Welcome back to Lawyers and Libations with Sarah and Rebecca, episode 37. We're making it. It's another fucking week. As everybody knows, I'm sorry I sound like a man because I am fighting off bronchitis and a sinus infection. So.
You sound better than you did, though. You were terrifying. I thought for sure you had the COVID last week.
I actually got tested for COVID. I'll tell you the worst part was getting on the fucking airplane to fly to Tampa for soccer for Adeline. And you know, like when you get in that point of bronchitis where it's kind of towards the end and everything's just kind of loose. And so you go into like a coughing fit.
Oh, it's so gross.
Right? And then you get like super, super hot. And if you had a vaginal birth, you try not to piss your pants. Things like that, right? While you're on the plane. And at the same time, you're trying to communicate to your poor seatmates next to you that no, it's not COVID. I took a test. I'm really sorry. I'm on antibiotics. I'm not contagious. All while trying not to pee your pants and cough and be hot as shit and stripping off clothes. It was really a fascinating, fun trip for me.
I'm sure none of them believed you.
They didn't.
I never believed you when they're like, it's not COVID. I'm like, I mean, I honestly didn't believe you last week.
You're an asshole. But it's fair. And then I got on, you know, like the train in Tampa, right on the thing, right? And you're like all in the close quarters. And there's probably like 6 or 7 old people with like masks on. And I go into a coughing fit in there and I'm like, again, trying to breathe and tell them, I'm like, it's not COVID. I took a test. I actually took a fucking test. Most people won't take a test. I took the test. Anyway, so I'm sick as shit. And
Did you mask?
Fuck no.
Okay. I have noticed there's definitely a big uptick in mask wearing.
Well, there's also a big uptick in fucking COVID right now, right? I mean, like there has been, because my therapist tells me all the time, he was like, did you test? And I was like, no, I didn't test because what am I going to do? Like if I've got it, everybody's already got it. Like everybody around us has got it and I got it from somebody. And I was like, is that still like kind of going on? And he goes, yeah. He goes, we went up to a wedding and at the wedding, like 60% of the people ended up getting COVID and testing positive for it.
See, I think I'm just not going to test. Like we haven't really gotten sick recently, but I know it's coming. But I don't know that I'm going to test. I think I'm just going to hope for the best. You know, I would be shocked if we ever shut down again. So I'm just going to.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to shut down again. But I thought it was good because I was, you know, if I weren't getting on an airplane, I mean, like if I would have I probably wouldn't have tested. But I had to get on an airplane and I figured if I were going to get on an airplane, then I was going to fucking throw a mask on. Yeah. If I were positive for COVID. That's you know, because there's a bunch of old people in Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill anybody.
But Florida recently.
Oh my God.
They're banned, like vaccinations are no longer mandatory. So
they don't care.
But so do you feel bad if you get them sick? I mean, what a bunch of idiots.
All right, touche, Rebecca. That's actually a brilliant lawyerly point. So as you all know, the state of Florida has recently said that they will no longer have any mandatory vaccinations for children or anyone ever again. And the guy got up there, wasn't DeSantis, it was the Department of fucking, I don't know, Human Health Resources, whatever, in Florida. And he likened it to slavery, having to get fucking vaccines. So I did not have bringing back the iron lung on my bingo card for 2025 for polio. So this is going to be a really fun, you know, fucking just experiment.
You know, it's so frustrating because while I have no problems with like people researching the science on the vaccines, making sure that...
You said a key word though. What did you say?
Science.
Look at that. Look at us all together on the same page. It's the science.
But I think there's nothing wrong. We should yearly review vaccines 100%. And make sure that the ones we're getting are effective, make sure that they're still necessary. But what we should not do is just let them go away.
No, it's outrageous. I mean, it saved, you know, millions of people, millions of children's lives. Yeah. So this is where we're going to get into the fuck around, and then the find out stage is coming up. I have come up with an idea that I actually think maybe we should create 2 separate countries. Hear me out on this, right? So you can have you can go from one side to the other, right? You pick your side, and yeah, some of us have to move.
Is it going to be east-west or
I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. But yeah, I'm not smart enough to figure that out. This is just a theoretical idea that I have. And so you go to whatever camp, you know, you feel like you're in. If you want universal health care, then you're going to go to the blue state. If you are supportive of gays and lesbians and, you know, women's reproductive freedoms, you're going to go to the blue state. If you want unlimited gun rights, you're going to go to the red state. If you think that science and fucking vaccines and all that shit, you're gonna go to the red state, right? If you get to pick, you gotta pick one. Now, if you're unhappy, you can still move back over to the other one. If you get there and you go, oh, this sucks, on either side, right? You can go back over and switch it back over. So this is my new plan, because the shit is getting so fucking absurd that I look at people and I'll see something like in a Facebook comment, which I don't even comment fucking anymore because it's just too exhausting.
It's not worth it.
And I'll just be like, wow, are you a Russian bot or are you that fucking stupid?
But, I mean, you know, typical me, like floating around in the middle. Where are the normal people? Can there be a normal purple state?
Yes, I hear you on that, but you actually have to choose, because the normal middle doesn't work anymore. So you got to decide what's more important to you, right? Like, what are your most important issues?
Oh yeah, then I'll just leave both of those countries.
So we're gonna go.
Then I'll leave.
Oh, good.
Altogether.
Okay, so this is why I've been looking.
Because I don't like either extreme, so I'm like, no, I'll just go.
I hear you. I want a purple state too, but it's just fucking not happening.
Yeah, I can't do the extremes either way. Don't like it. It's too crazy.
So I guess we'll get a chateau in France. Fine, I'm in. That sounds lovely. Speaking of chateau in France, you're going to Europe.
I am. I fly out on Thursday to Paris.
And you are going with your husband.
Oh, yeah, our first European vacation.
Romantic, loving.
We'll see. We've been married for a very long time. I don't know. Maybe more of a boondoggle than a romantic honeymoon getaway.
If you guys don't kill each other on the fucking flight, I will be shocked.
Yeah, and that's where, like, it's funny, like, leading up to it, we are about to murder each other right now because he gets super amped pre-trip, like his anxiety is insane, and he will not be calm or have fun until
you're on the plane.
Until we're like halfway over the Atlantic. Yeah. Like until then,
hammered.
Yes, like we're definitely gonna get in a fight at the airport, probably in a fight on the way there. But by the time we're halfway over the ocean, I feel like this like sense of calm will come over him.
Well, yeah, and he always does much better without the kids. You guys do really well together, traveling. You guys always have a really fun time.
We do.
So I think that you're going to have a blast, but only if you make it to that part where you actually get halfway over the Atlantic. I'm not 100% sure you're going to get there, because legit 2 weeks ago you and I were on the phone and you were like, so Ryan's looking for this, 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 and this. And I go, for what? Oh, it was the converter.
The plug. I still might need your converter.
Yeah, I've got
can't find mine.
A plethora of converters. And I was like, wait, is he already packing for Europe? Yeah. Absolutely. I go, oh, fuck that. No, absolutely.
Oh, he's so organized. And so it has been interesting. Normally he is the planner and has everything organized. But I've never been to Paris. Now I've been to London, and he's been several times. So he's like, I don't care, you just plan it. So I had a travel planner that just kind of got the flights and hotels. But since he doesn't care what we want to do or what we're going to do, I just like picked one activity each day and then pulled up the Michelin guide. Like,
this I'm dying for.
And I was like, well, what do I want to eat that day?
Because Ryan eats like me.
He does. He doesn't like me.
He does like basic food, and you do like fusion.
Oh,
delicious.
I can't wait.
So does he know that you've done this?
I sent him the itinerary a week ago just to glance through. I've got reservations every day for like a big fun boozy lunch. Because that's kind of, I want breakfast and I want to see something, and then I want to get a little schnockered while eating some good food.
I don't blame you. I think it's going to be fantastic. But you also had, you showed me some fucking weird, bizarre things on ChatGPT where you look like the most fashionable person on the planet.
So this is so helpful.
With AI planning your outfits for Paris.
This was amazing. So
dumbfounded.
You know, I was at lunch with Ivy, and she's all into learning about the ChatGPT. So I have to read the prompt so that people know. So if you go into your ChatGPT, and everybody does, if you don't have it, you should get it. But so you put in 4 prompts. So the number one, first is context, role, interview, and task. So basically you give ChatGPT context. So it's like, I'm 46, petite, semi-fashionable, going to Paris and London, and gave it my dates. And then I told it to be my stylist for an A-list actress. Really? That's what I am.
Obviously.
To ask me 3 questions to get more clarity, and then to create my list of outfits, accessories. And so it did, and then it did like a whole, like every day it now tells me exactly what I'm wearing, and then it also gave me like a little board with all of my outfits and how to match them all up.
That's the most fascinating thing I've ever heard. So
wild.
But so they knew what you already had, or did you have to go buy the things?
So it knew so I told it that I had a pair of wide leg jeans, black trousers, And then it was like, do you want to wear comfortable shoes or dressy shoes? And
Fucking comfortable.
I was like, cute white sneakers, black flats, and then asked me about my jackets. So I said trench and black blazer. And so then it just mixed in like t-shirts and all this other stuff.
No way.
It's amazing.
Right. So I'm going to need you to screenshot that text to me because I obviously am not writing
it's
anything
life-changing.
down. But that fucking sounds phenomenal. I would really like to do that. I also think that we should do a regular update on cougar puberty, which is our new update on perimenopause for women. So you look all fresh-faced and beautiful. You look very like glowy and all of the things.
Thanks.
So tell me what you just did.
So I was running a little late because I booked I didn't do microdermabrasion. I did dermaplaning where they go through and scrape off the first layer of your skin and all your like fine hairs because I'm growing a beard from my testosterone pellet. And then a hydrofacial. So in 2 days I should be perfectly glowing. But she scratched off all of my chin hairs, which is good.
I mean, my face is breaking out. Like, I don't know if I'm having an allergic reaction to the bronchitis or what's happening, but my forehead has exploded into some weird shit since, like, I'm not on any fucking hormones. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have anything left.
Your hormones are like this. It's crazy. But so I know we were joking about my beard last week. I really wasn't growing a full beard. I just had some new whiskers.
I knew you. Yeah.
But now I'm on
still
medication.
going to fight George, just so we're clear. I'm going to stab him.
But so my doctor did send me a pill, so that's supposed to help with any like facial hair growth. But then to make my hair thicker, how does that like? Tell me the science. I have no idea how that works.
I don't know.
You're gonna make me not grow chin hair, but you're gonna make me have like.
Rebecca, that sounds like some shit that belongs in Florida. I'm not really sure. I would check the.
I'm sure there are going to be some side effects. But
check
I'm not
the references on that. Well, I don't sleep anymore, so that's really cool. I text you now every night because I know you're going to sleep through my text. You've got your D&D on, so every night at 3 a.m. is the witching hour when I pop up wide awake, fucking legit 3:00 on the dot. And now I just text you and I go, fucking perimenopause.
That's what was happening to me until I got the testosterone pellet.
Not getting a testosterone pellet in my ass. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know. I'm so over it right now. So cougar puberty, that's what we're all calling it. And it is full of ass suckery.
It's the worst.
I can say about it. It's absolutely terrible.
So what's going on in the dating scene?
I'm on a full male cleanse. It's probably the reason why my face is breaking out, actually. I am going on a male detox. And this is my age of Adeline. I'm over all of the men because apparently they are all fuckboys and I cannot take it anymore. I feel like I'm way too old to deal with the shenanigans and the nonsense that goes on. Like, it's, ugh. I don't have time for it, and my tolerance. This is the reason why women are, creating communes and buying a bunch of farm animals and like just living in tiny little houses together, and they're fucking like, growing herbs and cooking together and laughing and drinking wine. 100% I'm in. And when you divorce Ryan, if ever that happens, we are going to buy a chateau in France, and we're gonna have horses and all the little animals and all the things because the fuck boys are out and about.
So I do think this could be tied in with perimenopause, though, and our cougar puberty.
My I don't give a fuck stage?
Yes. I think that, think of how many years of our lives that it was like catering to men or catering to your husband or your boyfriend, looking a certain way so that guys, liked you and all this stuff. I think that it's just exhausting. And once our hormones start getting out of whack, I think we're just like, you don't have the time for it anymore.
It's the Amy Schumer episode where they did that skit and it had... fucking Elaine was in it, and some other people were in it, and it was celebrating Elaine's last fuckable day as a movie star, and they're like, they tried to get me to play like Robert De Niro's mom or something, and so they were like celebrating. They're like, thank God I've reached my last fuckable day, because we just don't fucking care anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, I really don't. Now on the flip side, the shift amongst the 25-year-old to 32-year-old set going after the single moms in their mid to late 40s is shocking. But, I mean, it's somewhat entertaining, I'm not going to lie. However, the fuck boys that are still out there in the streets, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, girls are better. Like hanging out with girlfriends is better than dealing with that.
Oh God, they're so much better. And I think that at this age you start to realize that your time is finite. And so you just get to a point where like, who do I actually want to spend my time with? And it's not some of these fucking idiots. And like every single thing that they do, like I'll tell you before they do it, and immediately they fucking do it, and I'm like, well, fucking shocker, there you go again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're so, it's gonna sound bad. They're very simple creatures in general. And you know, I think you just get more reward hanging out with your women. And you can always get really good vibrators. Which brings us to our guest. We will be having Rachel on from Noi Media Group, and she, one time I was complaining to her, and she is such a great friend that she actually sent me bought me two vibrators in the mail, and she was like, no, trust me, you're gonna be so happy about this. So really, who needs fuckboys when you have phenomenal friends like our next guest, Rachel, to bring us vibrators? Because then you just don't need anything and hang out with your girlfriends more.
I mean, thank God for Rachel and her good vibrations.
Yes. Well, so yeah, and as an aside, though, she is one of the brilliant marketing minds in Atlanta. She helps lots of different companies. She initially started in personal injury, so we're thrilled to have her. I'm also thrilled to find out what kind of drink she has, because my throat is about ready to close up from bronchitis. So we will see you back here in just 1 minute with Rachel. Welcome back with Rachel Fox from Noi Media Group. We are here. It was a pretty funny transition. You loved that, didn't you?
I knew it was coming.
I mean, she loves a good awkward intro.
I know.
Like,
So anyway, speaking of vibrators, my favorite person who bought me some is joining us.
All I'm gonna say is you're welcome.
You know what? I am grateful. I'm not gonna lie. Oftentimes, I couldn't be happier about it. Thank you.
5-star review, baby.
So tell me a little about how you first came into the personal injury sphere.
Do we get to make a drink?
Fuck
at the
yes.
same time? Okay.
Yeah, no, do that. So first, tell us about your drink. Let's do that first.
Drink is an Aperol Spritz, actually, aka a Noi Joy Spritz. So
Joy, okay.
obviously my company colors are orange. All these obnoxious things.
I'm wearing orange.
So I saw that. I was so excited about that. So I will get this in the works. Now, here's the
get
deal.
these ready.
I know you guys don't actually like this drink. So
I
have
do.
something.
Rebecca does.
Yeah.
Well, I have something
Ooh.
for you guys.
What in the fuck is that?
These are your drinks, your starter drinks.
Oh my God, these are so
And
cute.
you know what it says on it. They're
Panama
purple.
City Beach.
I had my best spring break of all time in Panama City.
Riviera for
Riviera, that.
Labor Day. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So cute.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What is it?
Well, you'll know when you
Oh, it's
drink
fucking
it.
Fireball, isn't it? I know it's Fireball.
Oh,
Okay.
what is
Mine's
that?
bourbon. Okay, that's not Fireball.
See, I extra bourbon because I know that you don't like it.
Oh,
Love me.
It was like, it's already been open. I'm like, they don't fucking care. It'll be
Yeah,
No,
it's
totally fine.
probably when
It'll
I
be
drank
fine.
it last time I was at the studio. Yeah, delicious.
fine. It'll be fine. Okay,
Here, I'll do the nicest while you're-
Aperol Spritz, and I will drink. This is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Cute.
And they're so
Tiny little
cute.
Stanley. Okay, so you have been in the PI world though for a long time because your family goes back generations. I know them. I love them. They're some of my most favorite strong women in our arena. So kind of tell me a little bit while you're doing this at the same time.
Like, you want to pop it since you actually
pop
like
it.
Aperol? Yeah, so my family did accident reconstruction. And
Cup of ice.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't chill it. Also, here's this.
No, this is great.
Perfect. Okay. Family did accident reconstruction. So I was 15, and my job was to download rec photos and prep and burn CDs for depositions and trials.
Jesus.
I know. Traumatizing.
That might be like borderline child abuse. I didn't know that part of your story. I don't want to really say that, but holy fuck, you can't expose your 15-year-old to bad wreck pictures.
I will never drive behind a log truck. I will
No.
never
Never.
drive beside a
Ever,
tractor
ever.
trailer.
No.
I will, here, let me pour yours first.
So you were actually going through the photos.
Deleting the duplicates, making sure that everything was clean to be able to showcase.
Families and everybody just dead. Everybody dead and murdered and bloody and terrible. At 15?
But
All right. Who do I need to yell at for that?
Technology.
Well, I know that, but who do I need to yell at for that?
Well, I'll leave that one behind. But so I did that, and then I realized that, respectfully, these lawyers were really behind the times, pretty old school, technology-wise, foundation-wise. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank
This
you
is good
for
warm-up.
the
Absolutely.
This brings me joy. Okay.
So went and worked at a funding company in our industry, which we know has shifted a lot. Did some babysitting for lawyers. I was a clerk filing open records and clerking at the courthouse with them and handling those things, and then ended up at a volume PI firm, an advertising firm, an ambulance chasing firm, as people say. Fell in love with what they were doing with the advertising agency, and so said, let's start our own in-house. Did that. It was successful after a year, and so broke it off, scaled it, and now represent tons of lawyers, and even past that, people in the personal injury ecosystem at the agency. So it has always been kind of PI, and I have had a evolution of broad base of services because there's so much opportunity and needs in this space, and so
many different personalities in the space too.
So many personalities, yes, and so many different types of law firm structures and types of businesses, especially now with private equity and non-attorney law firm owners and all different kind of factors. So I love what I do, built the agency. I now have 3 separate entities that all service the same ecosystem and clientele. So you've got Noy Media, which is a full scope agency, radio, TV, billboards, digital, social media, ground game production. You've got Fluid Events, which is B2B and B2C.
That's the new one.
The new one.
So
Congrats.
fun. You do throw a great party.
Thank
She
you.
actually,
thank you.
so Rachel is one of the most thoughtful hostesses that I've ever met, and I've gone to a lot of parties and a lot of retreats and all of those things, but like when you come in to any of her things, we've gone, we went to Chesney to play golf with you. We've gone up to she throws a wonderful women's lawyer retreat that they just had this weekend that Rebecca was at. So fantastic. But I mean, like you come in, there are like immediate welcome drinks, like usually some sort of signature drink. There are snacks, there are gifts, there is swag. Every single minute has an option planned for you that you can do something or you cannot do something. But she puts like the most amazing personal touches on each one of these parties that you do. And I mean, I do want to say that, like, you're a hell of a damn good party thrower, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it started. I was doing the photography and videography for events, and then we get the content back, and the client's like, I'm like, well, what the fuck did you expect? There was nothing happening.
Yeah, what
Like,
did you do? You sat around and did nothing.
So we started doing that. That was great. And then
When did you start with the party stuff? Because there was a big shift in the party scene in the last few years. So I'm wondering if that was you.
yeah,
I don't mean to laugh. There was quite the shift in Atlanta PI party scene from, I would say, 2000, late 16, early 16 forward. Like before that, it was a little bit tamer, a little bit more under wraps. Now it's kind of a little bit more Miami, kind of Vegas-y.
So since 2020, COVID.
Okay.
Coming out of COVID, people were bottled up, they were antsy-pantsy, and they wanted to run. So it was like getting a burnout stage right before that, and that break came, and then it springboarded after that.
Yeah, the burnout stage was when every single one of our friends that we knew was, I mean, everybody was getting ready to crash and burn.
Yep.
Like it was unbelievable. We were at Hal's every day on Fridays for lunches having, I mean,
We were at Hal's.
It was out of control.
We were at Hal's was it the 13th? It was the Friday before everything
shut down.
Schmammered. And I remember being like,
Drinking
I don't know if we're going to see each other again, jokingly.
Lobster LeBeau.
We did.
Fucking everything
wild.
shut down.
But that was it.
Yeah. We actually had a picnic at Hal's, me and Rebecca and Alvaro. We went and got like food brought out, and we sat around like at our cars because they were still doing takeout, and I was like, I miss Hal's. It was so sad. But yeah, they came out and everybody was like, fuck it, let's do Vegas style parties. Bottle girls.
Life is short.
Big fucking like.
Oh, I'm telling you, the details, the level of attention, the out of the box creative ideas. Like, my favorite thing is getting on site and a client, like, for everything, Harris Weinstein has this mind and creative energy behind him when it came to the March Madness party. And he's like, what do you think about throwing like a mini Coachella, Vegas, Miami style party out here? I'm like, I can see that. I get back, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? How am I supposed to life?
Well, you're going to do ice sculpture.
You did.
And you're going to do shots,
and you bring in 40-foot funnels.
Yeah, all the things. You fucking did it. And then little tiny girls. Oh, God, I will say, one of those parties, those girls that showed up, I was there a little early, and they were
2 years ago.
They were not 21. They were like 18, 19.
JP, okay, so my business partner at the events company, JP, who was wonderful, he brought those girls in, and they were above 18, I can say that.
Yeah, they were above 18, but they were not 21.
That is clear on the record.
And so, yeah, 100%. They were above 18, definitely below 21. So they walk in, and they are in the tiniest outfits you've ever seen in your entire life. And having daughters, Rebecca and I having daughters, I was like, oh, absolutely fucking not. No. And so I huddle, I go to the bathroom, and there's like 4 of them in the bathroom, and I go, ladies, you guys are cute as shit. I couldn't adore you more. So if any trash ass attorney puts his hands on you, unwelcome, I want you to immediately come find me. Immediately. Right away. And they go, are you a lawyer? I go, I am. They go, that's amazing. Can you be my mom? And I was like, I love you. I could be your fucking mom, and they could be your dad. So don't let them fucking put their hands on you.
Okay,
trash
mommy.
Assholes. I mean, I lost my mind. And then they kept coming by, and they'd be like, we're so good. We love you so much. I'm like, I love you too.
I literally will never let JP live that one down, because I looked at him and I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, I lost my mind. I was like, nope, we're not doing this. The high school girls cannot be at this party.
We had a huge corporate sponsor, and it was part of their contract to have
18-year-old girls there
in these shirts that they were supposed to provide and then never provided. And so when they all showed up,
they're like, just take your shirt off and wear a bra.
It was a whole thing. Listen, we've come
were they in bra?
That was
there. It was awful.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You were not there.
No,
you were.
But
not
I
there.
did like this year that y'all had like a serious guest list, and we're making sure he was coming in.
Yeah,
I think, which I think is helpful.
Yeah, we actually kind of
you learn a lot from every year. Yeah, that's good.
Well, that was my first year being involved with it, right?
Well, I mean, you killed it.
When Harris and Hammers called, they're like, "Can you make this happen with, mind you, 1 month notice and then a rain delay 2 weeks prior to the event?" So that was really fun. But learned a lot the first year. This past year, this March was amazing. We're definitely going to run it back. So you learn every time when you're doing events. If you can stay in the same venue like 2-3 years, right, and still, like Slappy said, how long have they been having that party at that venue? You know what you're getting. You know exactly what to expect. You know how to run it. Staff knows you. There's something to be said for that. But we like to keep it fun, keep it fluid, and keep it moving. So also can't.
I thought Mutation was good. Whenever it was announced that it was going to be there, I was like, I don't know about that, but it was it was a really cool space.
Yeah,
I think I was skiing. Was I skiing?
Probably.
Always fucking skiing.
Well, it's winter.
Not
During
yet.
that
Soon.
time. I mean, like during the March Madness party, I'm usually try to be out of state as much as possible. But I do love that party, and it makes me sad whenever I miss it. But you also throw fucking hella Halloween parties. You've got one of those coming up. That's fucking. I mean, you're just your mind also as a badass female business owner director. How many employees do you have right now? Approximately.
20.
Okay.
17, 18, 19.
Okay. And when did you start your company?
2018.
Formally.
2018, 2019 broke it off. Got an office, signed a lease in Ponce. COVID hit. That was really fucking fun.
It wasn't fun.
No, it wasn't fun. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, I know.
Figured it out.
It was fucking bad.
COVID probably saved my business, though, I will say. You know, I was really, really big early on about like wanting to pave the way and wanting to, you know, stand on my own legs and do everything myself, especially because I came from in-house and starting it there. So it was like, I've got to diversify my portfolio, all these things. And then as things started moving, I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna be like the Japanese. I'm gonna just find someone that does it well, learn, do it better than them. I don't care about paving the way anymore, right?
Right.
And when I realized that there's enough to go around, put your pride aside, join forces, bring people together, be a connector, and everything will happen a lot faster.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the break in my career with COVID, was like, okay, I have a time to reset the entire way I do everything, and it worked, or else I probably would have bled out a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So it worked. I love it. The third company is the consulting, because sometimes people don't have it together enough to know how to get to the other two companies yet. So do that, but I love it. I love providing value. I love creating experiences.
Well, and you also love bringing people together. I mean, again, like spearheading like the women's retreat and stuff. You're very empowering towards women.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that.
My mom was a single mom. I was first to go to college. I saw, like, learning through osmosis with her that you gotta bust your ass. And you've gotta do what you say you're gonna do, and you've gotta be nice along the way, right?
Did your
you're a
mom?
boat captain,
She's still
and then
doing
you're
it
not
now.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
which we can
Well.
talk about.
Yeah. Did your
that one.
mom tell you the same thing my mom told me, which was never rely on a man for anything. You've got to rely on yourself.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, like, I
because
never saw
my
that.
mom was a single mom.
Yeah.
And now I'm a single mom, and that's the thing that I've passed down to Adeline. Is I was like, I don't give a shit what you do, but you know, she's like, well, I mean, I could have, and I go, girl. I go, the reason why I'm not going to buy you this, and this now is because I'm not going to make you a shopping addict at this age to where you end up married and stuck in some loveless marriage with 2 kids and you aren't working and you're beholden to some asshole. We're not doing that. You are going to focus on your studies and get a good job. You're welcome. I can be hired to give pep talks to your girls if you want me
Girls.
to.
Oh, yeah.
Scared
gonna go
straight.
over real
You're
life.
welcome.
Go over real well.
For
yes,
for
but
households with working dads, we're going to be like, get this woman out of
Yeah,
here.
they'd be like, who the fuck is this bitch? I don't know. She's crazy though, but she's kind of fun. But no, you really have just been, I mean, I've watched you, right? Like, I've watched you go from being JoJo's daughter, being Sunday's granddaughter, right? Like, I've watched that. I watched you grow up a little bit, you know, and you have. And I remember, and I'll be honest with you, one party that no, it's not bad at all, but one, yeah, but keep drink up, girl. No, but no. It was at one party, and you started doing marketing, and I can't remember who you were doing marketing for or something, you know. And we, as lawyers, we always worry about the marketing girls. I mean, we do, because a lot of times they're taken advantage of pretty fucking quickly by men in our industry.
Yeah, I was protected.
You were protected, but
My parents were
Good
around.
mom, yeah.
yes, but it stressed me the fuck out. And so I remember seeing, I was like, oh, no. Why is she? No, she can't be doing that job. Like, absolutely not. We're not having that. You know, I mean, like, I immediately went into like the protective, like,
Yeah.
and then, and you're right. Then fucking COVID hit. And it was like you rebirthed. You were back on the fucking scene. I mean, you were moving in that direction before COVID, but I do think that did, I didn't think about it, but give you an opportunity to fucking like come up with some great fucking ideas and be like, watch this. And
Because it just happened so fast. Like, my first 2 years, I didn't have a website, but I had a $15 million book of business. Like, what the fuck? So it was already, the ball was already moving.
well, it's all word of
And
mouth.
like, oh yeah, completely referral-driven book of business to this day. Every single one of my companies.
Now, do you do anything outside of personal injury type work, or are you just focused on the PI industry as a whole?
Lately, we are branching out a lot more post SB, but also just like creative energy and buy-in and retention. You know, as much as we love you guys, there's only so much you can do and say around law and personal injury and what we do. So we actually just started working with a second chance bail bonds and monitoring.
Okay,
which has
I'm
been
dying
really
over
fun.
this. She's wearing a fucking an ankle monitor all over town. All over
That was amazing.
fucking down, like
Amazing. I
hair
caught shit for that,
appointments.
by the way.
I'm
I had
sure
one
you
hater.
did.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah, I got
Online?
trolled. My white privilege was showing.
who said that?
Oh, it's a lawyer out of Savannah, which we'll leave at that. But
Tell them to go fuck themselves?
Well, to her point, she was like, basically, all these juveniles who run away because they're being sexually abused or exploited or whatever, like, they run away, but they're minors, so they still have to go back home, so they put them in monitors so that, like, if something happens, they can find them. I don't know, this whole thing, which was not the point of the experiment. The point
Of course,
of
that's
the
not
social
the point of
experiment-
the experiment, to see if it's comfort and all those things.
Correct. No, the idea was that I signed this client and they said, we want to be a national franchise. $100 million business is the goal. I was like, yeah, I got you, no problem. Well, I left that meeting and I'm like, I know personal injury. I don't know dick about this. Like, and I can't not deliver on what I just said. So I said, I need to go through the experience myself. I need to learn more about these people and this process and the feelings they feel when they walk in the room and the questions they get asked when they're wearing it. And so I wore a monitor for 3 days. I documented it. And what I realized is nobody gives a shit about anyone but themselves. Nobody's looking down at the floor being like, what you got going on down here? Like, boo-boo, everyone's in their own
Your
world.
hairstylist did. She was a little worried about you.
Yeah, she was.
Well, so explain to me the bail bondsman. So basically, they would post bail, but then you had to wear the ankle monitor. Is that how it
so
worked?
say you're
Say I get
locked up,
arrested,
you
I'm
get
done.
a bail. Yeah, and so not everyone, but some people get put on monitor.
Probably me.
Yeah, we would definitely all get put on monitor. And then
Sarah and
basically
her
that's their
skiing.
way of insuring, because they're insured to bond you. So they're on the hook if you don't show back up.
Okay.
So slap a monitor on your ass.
That way they can track you.
Get you back into the court, or else they're on the hook for you.
And it's probably for the larger bonds, I would assume.
Or the more serious, depending on the stuff. So I really enjoyed the experience. I came up with a lot that came out of that in order to springboard that, entire campaign. So really excited about that. We've worked with some other retailers around town.
It was hysterical to watch.
I thought it
And
was
you had
really funny.
fantastic heels on and stuff. You look cute as shit. I'm not gonna lie. But also, okay, to the point, I definitely understand the person, whoever it may have been, the attorney saying, well, you don't know about the juveniles, but I mean, if you're really thinking about the juveniles and the bail bondsmen and the the monitors and stuff, that's probably got to make up 5-7% of the entire thing. So I get it, but back to what we were saying, Rebecca and I before, there's got to be a fucking middle ground where you can still think something like that's funny and not take everything so seriously, right? The purple state.
Right? Yes. Be
See?
purple.
Look.
Be purple.
Be purple. Maybe purple could be my color, orange is your color. Just be purple.
I like
Fine.
Yeah.
No, I did look more into it after, because I'm not too prideful enough to acknowledge,
Of course,
if
yeah,
there's
yeah,
an
you
angle
wanted to
here, and
research.
The point was the angle, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, sorry, I didn't know you knew more. I got you.
I mean, I don't really need more, but
We all need more.
We all need
and so
more.
what did the research show?
Just basically that there
Isn't it
is a
orange?
large population. Oh, yeah. And there is a lot of kids that deal with a lot of awful things, and that is a way that they can dual purpose that, thank you, for these kids. So, I'm going to do a whole nother angle on that. Now I have it. Wasn't a top
I'm also
priority.
wondering, it's not going to be so they would go home. It's going to be so so DFACS can keep track of them. There's no fucking way they're sending. I mean, I represented DFACS for 2.5 years. I'm very confused by this. Well, you don't have to go into
I'm
it
gonna
right
do
now,
more
but
about
that doesn't
it.
make sense.
Yeah, I ended up, it's one thing to DM you and say that, which is what happened. It's also another thing to publicly comment about my white privilege in a way that was, in my mind, I was napping. I saw this come across. I immediately deleted it, blocked the girl, didn't even think twice, because in my mind, if you're gonna do that on a public forum, what else are you gonna do and blast in air?
100%.
With social media, you never know what is gonna happen. And so out of fear, call it, boom, wipe that off the surface,
Yep.
read the DM, did some more due diligence. But if you ever see this and are watching this, my goal was to kind of reset, right, and then come back around to it.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I had no ill intention with that
I mean,
experiment
of
at
course you
all.
don't. But here's the whole thing:
You can't make everyone happy.
You have to, but you also have to know, if you know you know that you don't have ill intention, right? There are things. Obviously, my mouth can say some fucked up shit and can get myself in trouble sometimes, right?
What?
But it's never going to be I'm never going to be doing it to hurt anyone's feelings. I will die if I hurt somebody's feelings. I hate hurting people's. I mean, unless I hate you, then that's fine. But if I inadvertently, cause something or anything, I lose my mind. So they should know who you are and that that's obviously not your intention. And they should maybe DM you and say, hey, or maybe fucking pick up a phone and be like, just want to
That was
let
my
you know
thing.
this. Yeah.
Direct communication.
Yeah. That's huge.
Direct.
It's called respectful. Yeah.
People are so bad about that now. What would your advice be? Obviously, Sarah and I just started working with you. We're having lots of fun. I know we're complete disasters.
Well, I did want to mention that.
Oh, good. What? That we're disasters or that we're so much fun?
I think it's so
It's a
crazy.
combo.
Y'all have all of this happening, and it's so fabulous. You've got billboards, your practice, you're established, you've got your network of people, everyone respects and loves you. Started working with you guys, and there's so many good things in so many places, and then I'm like, all right, let's get this whole wheel oiled and this machine really, really moving. So if y'all look like that on the surface, I don't know what the hell other people out there are doing behind the scenes, because I'm you just never know.
No, we looked like a complete fucking train wreck. That was the best thing is when I first met with you and you're like, okay, so where's this? And I go, well, where's this? I go, I don't fucking know, dude.
You didn't have the passwords to your own social media accounts. I was like, what?
I mean,
is
I was
happening?
already logged in. I mean, it's logged in on my phone, so if I want to tag myself or post something, I can. But
Yeah,
if
she
you
might
ask me
face
my
ID.
password, no fucking idea. No idea. And then it took
I don't
45
either.
minutes for us to find him.
Yeah, I know. This is
So-
not my strong suit either, to be
No,
honest.
I mean, when
The
you're
worst.
I mean, I didn't realize until after we started working together. I mean, I thought we might have a YouTube channel, that we had a YouTube channel. I was thrilled. We
It's
do.
everyone. It's all of y'all out there.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what they have. Their ducks are not in a row. But it's very easy to get them.
And we already did have a shit ton of content, so that was good. I mean, we got all the pictures and all the stuff.
So obviously you already know all of our words and trying to get organized now, but what are your tips? Like if somebody's coming to you and thinks they need help, what do you typically run into that are like disasters from a law firm standpoint, and what are your recommendations for us?
3 top tips.
Okay, 3 top tips. 1, know your goal.
Yeah.
If you don't know your goal, I can't even start to help you, right?
That's a really good point.
Are you scaling, or are you getting better cases, or do you want more locations? Do you want whatever?
Want to expand?
Yeah, what is your goal? Because that'll help me.
Do you want to sell to private equity?
Correct. All of
For
it.
$5 billion? Rebecca, I'm just saying.
And to know your goal, because it's packaged very differently. A lot of them don't know how much money they have, or where their money is, or what it's tied up in, or what the ROI on that money is. And so I can't do anything if I don't know your goal and your budget, right? What I see a lot is that people try and patch it. So-and-so's niece, or so-and-so's friend, and all these different people are doing things with different people, but then their SEO isn't stacking with their social, and their social content isn't being repurposed to their email marketing campaigns, and their email marketing campaign databases aren't being updated because the in-house people aren't adding contacts every month or week as they meet people. So when people go in different directions with different vendors and different sources, and none of those sources talk, you just end up kind of like not going anywhere.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that for a while. My whole thing was, when people would be like, well, what's your ROI on billboards? I'm like, I don't fucking know. This is what I do know. I know that if we have a radio show and somebody hears us on 680 The Fan, right in the locker room, and then somebody drives out onto the interstate and they see a billboard, and then somebody's in a doctor's office and they see the Atlantan best female lawyers in Atlanta. And then if somebody Googles best workers' comp lawyers in Atlanta and super lawyers comes up and we're at the top there, like I knew that it all ties together, and that's what I was doing, but fuck, it is a full-time job and I don't have time to do it. And I am so grateful, and I don't also have any sort of cohesive plan.
It's okay, we do, don't worry.
Thus, Noi Media Group.
I'm just like, that looks good. We should do that.
Well, and that's the thing too. That's where I get fussy. And I got to be careful because I'm here on site with you guys and love this crew, and we're getting everything together. But it's like when you don't have an agency, people will just sell to sell, right?
Yeah.
Salespeople, reps, they eat what they kill. They get commissions. That's how it works in any industry, and I get that, and I respect that. At the end of the day, you got to make sure, everything
you're
is
getting a
through
return on it. Yeah,
it's organized. So definitely have a plan, and if you don't have a plan, know who to contact to get a plan.
Well, and y'all are good because Sarah and I are both kind of like organized messes we're different.
We are different.
I'm an organized mess one
we
way.
We both function really well,
Mm-hmm.
and we complement each other.
Yin and yang.
And we can actually handle our shit, but we're fucking still complete train wrecks.
No,
I mean,
because we're constantly moving. And I love that Kayla is like, girls, you need to do a podcast. And we're like, fine. So she and I ended up on the phone last week, and I pulled up my calendar and I pulled up Sarah's calendar. We're like, book 'em.
Yep.
And I did say, I was like, I have a facial, so I might, I've got to push it late.
Rebecca,
I don't want you to think I was, I hate being late.
No, honey, you were totally good. Again, I strolled in with like bronchitis, and I was just like,
you'll just wait till I see what I look like on Tuesday.
You're gonna be beautiful. You know, it's gonna be
Thursday.
fucked up.
Tuesday. Thursday, I'll be looking
my face is still gonna be fucked up. So you know what, you win.
You're gonna do this.
Just so you know, most people have no one has a similar relationship because you guys have quite a bond, but the yin and yang, the good cop, bad cop, the complementary skill sets, right? Like I'm big on that, being self-aware and knowing like this is my lane and my A seat, and this is your lane and your A seat. Don't fucking come over there. I'm not going over there. And everyone can win.
What does AC mean?
A seat. Like your
a seat.
Your queen bee role.
Oh, a seat. I was like AC, like air conditioning.
No, like your queen bee role.
Access center.
What do you do? What do you do it well?
Yes.
What do you do efficiently? Like don't go try and do something that someone else is better at, right? Like just stick to what you're best at.
But the good news is that we are both very good with socializing with people.
And like I thought she was going to say we're both great at everything. And I was like, well, that ruins the yin and yang thing.
No. We again, we are complete opposites, but also, I mean, like to where she's a morning person, I'm a night person, things like that. That just starts the foundational opposites, right? But like when it comes to like taking care of our clients properly and communicating with other lawyers properly and like like our desires to help people and our ability to socialize and get along with everybody. Like
the fact that you both can be front of house is really unique.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Strong.
I love her.
Because most what I see with firms is that like someone's the front of house and someone's the back of house, right? Someone's out shaking hands, kissing babies, someone's grinding on cases.
Yeah.
So,
no, we're both doing it all. But it is funny. I call her my law partner and my life partner. And I've said that to like people who don't know us before, and they've gone, "Oh, so like your wife?" And I go, "I mean, like my work wife." Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, no, I mean like your life partner." I go, I mean, we're not having sex, no, but I mean, like we love each other a lot.
Well, when you said you were taking a break from guys earlier, it was like, okay,
I am.
on to the women.
I'm 100% taking a break from guys. I'm fucking out for that. It's a male detox, by God. But Rebecca, I do. Again, if anything tragically happens to Ryan, like you open the emergency exit door on the plane and push him out over the Atlantic, then we will go and buy a beautiful chateau in France, and we will have horses and those Highland cows. And like some sheep and like pigs, and we'll bring our kids. Fuck yes.
I can smell the shit from here.
I had chickens at my house. Oh my God, you would have loved. I did. They were slaughtered. It was tragic.
Were gorgeous, but then they
looked like Muppets.
A hyena in the backyard.
No, it was no.
I was in a house. I thought it was a hyena. It was a coyote.
It was not a coyote. No. It was a weasel.
What?
It's a little tiny weasel. It got into my chicken coop.
What's a weasel?
I think it's like a ferret.
It looks like a ferret. No, it looks like a ferret.
And they do exist, because I saw a ferret the other day on my walk.
Weasel your way in there.
Yes, it's a weasel. The weasel just fucking way in there.
From that.
And then
they actually live in
slaughtered my chickens, all but Blanche. And then Blanche stayed on my porch. I had the Golden Girls. Anyway, it was amazing. I'm getting more chickens, though, and they're phenomenal. So just gear up. You're going to love it. They don't look like normal chickens. They look like Muppets.
I'll come check them out.
No, you'll want to pick them up. They're so fun.
Tori may want to pick them up. I will want to look at them from afar.
Picks them up. They're amazing.
Exactly.
Well, if you get a pig, then Tori will be there all the time.
I'm also thinking about getting and a baby sheep.
Pigs.
Yeah, anyway.
Can you get a baby sheep?
Yes, you can. Like a little tiny one that lives around your house, and you put a little diaper on it. See, this is what I'm doing instead of banging.
You're going to change a sheep diaper.
Bang the fuck boys, bitch.
I know. I'm over it. I'm out. Not doing it anymore.
So she's going to run basically an old folks home at her house with all of her diaper changing.
And you know what? On like full moons and stuff, we can do spells. I'm so excited. It's going to be like practical magic. Gear up. I'm coming into my cougar puberty stage.
Oh, watch out. I would say watch out animals, but I think watch out men. I think you're going to bounce back before the new year.
Fucking I quit. 100%. Okay.
We'll take off-site bets later.
No.
I hate you bitches. I'm trying to be good. I am going to a music festival this weekend, Bourbon and Beyond, in Louisville.
That's exciting.
Which will be.
Have you been out there before? It's so fun.
No, but I'm going. So one night, Fish is playing. I fucking hate Fish because I hate patchouli. I'm sorry.
What?
This might be an unpopular opinion. I think songs should begin and end in a timely manner, and then you move on to another song. Is kind of my thought on it. Like, and then you know what? That song ends, and you move on to a third song. It's fantastic.
It's just like a jam band for hours.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I also don't like the smell of patchouli, and I don't like
take some
patchouli and dreads. I'm not taking mushrooms.
You don't like
in
dreads?
a big crowd.
God, I think guys with dreads are so hot.
Well, yeah, they're hot until you get up and smell them, and then no, they're not hot, Rebecca.
I guess I've never really smelled them because I've been with Ryan for a really long time. It's clearly not dreaded.
I want nothing to do with that. But I will say Noah Kahan's playing and Jonah Kagan and Pat Benatar and the Lumineers and like tons and Benson Boone.
That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so much fun. So I leave on Friday morning after we do the radio, and I mean there could be boys there.
She's back on the boy.
Do you know what she did?
What?
This is when we know she's not off the boy train.
Oh no, I am off. I am currently detoxing. It's probably the reason why my face is broken out.
She DM'd Jonas, what's his name?
Jonah Kagan.
Jonah Kagan, one of the singers that's going to be there.
Oh, God, Rebecca, you just outed me. Okay,
I
so
did.
And
I don't actually DM anyone, P.S., ever famous, but he's just like a singer-songwriter that I absolutely love, and he's going to be performing there, and he's so fucking good.
So what did the DM say? I have to know.
It said, hey, Jonah.
No,
I did not say that. I was like, hey, so I don't usually slide into DMs. In fact, I never have because I haven't.
Everyone starts with that.
No, but I actually haven't.
Or not.
Sounds like
you can say I actually haven't.
I do it for you typically.
No, you only did it for Mary Margaret with what's his name?
Nope, I did it on our ski trip for Pedro Pascal.
do love Pedro.
He didn't respond.
What a dick. Anyway, so I just was like, I will be a Bourbon and Beyond. Your music's fantastic. I couldn't love it more. I would love to buy you a bourbon. Your music brings everybody so much joy. Just like very precious. And I was like, Sarah, like very simple. And so I'm sitting there. I'm like 3 bourbons deep. This was last night. Fucking Rebecca outing me. You're such a dick.
This is so funny, though.
And so I'm sitting there and I go, I should like, because I've seen what he looks like and he's like cute.
Yeah.
But I was like, I should probably look him up and see like some stuff about it. And it's like captain of Cornell's soccer team. I go, that fucking tracks. Shocker. And then it goes, 25 years old. And I go, oh my God.
That tracks too.
I thought he was 36. He looks 36.
Bullshit.
No, I swear to God, he really does look 36. But needless to say, I go, oh, that fucking tracks as well. Anyway, I'm just going to drink my bourbon with my girlfriends who are going. So I'm going as a sidekick with Natalie and Jen. So I'm in a throuple. I'm a third wheel.
A lesbian throuple.
I'm in a
Are
lesbian.
y'all camping or are y'all going to be in like
No. We've got also
It all tracks.
So I'm going. No, we got a beautiful Airbnb, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm sure there will be boys there.
Of course, there's gonna be boys.
I know, but I so am off of it. My face is breaking out, probably because I'm going through detox.
Speaking of boys, I'm gonna have to get ahead of this whole vibrator thing with my husband. God damn it.
He knows. Remember, don't forget, because he saw them
opened the
and he
wall.
thought they were for you.
He's like, why do we need so
He was
many?
like, this is amazing. She's like, sorry, that's for Sarah.
I forgot about that.
Well, that's because, you were
Just a very thoughtful friend.
You were trying to fix
I did bring
my
you bourbon,
sex
I'm
life,
just telling
and you
you.
brought me bourbon. You're amazing.
An opened bottle of bourbon.
So I do also, before we wrap up, I want to like shift gears just a tiny bit and go to like something a little bit more serious.
Okay.
So we're all of the age as women, and I mean generally men too if they're listening, but we've all had some like serious health complications in our lives. So, which, fortunately we've all kind of overcome. Tell me a little bit about your story with endometriosis.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of our listeners probably have struggled with that. I mean, a lot of women listen to this show. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to bring some awareness to that.
Vibrators to endometriosis.
Yes,
How's
it's
that
all in the
bridge?
same world, okay?
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, let's do with your vagina.
Yes. So as personal injury lawyers, like you see people get in traumatic situations. So when you have a trauma happen, a lot of other underlying things will all of a sudden like come out and about, right? So had a herniation 3, 4, 5 in my neck. And after that, kind of everything just started happening. So I had some really extreme periods since I was young. Call my mom from school, pick me up. And at some point with a single mom, she's like, I fucking can't. I'm at work, like figure it out. You know what I mean? So I'm like crying in the nurse's office a few times. And sorry, JoJo, I know you'll probably send someone to get me, my grandmother, whatever. But like, all to say, it was so frequent that it was like not manageable, right? And so I just thought that was normal. Everyone just thinks that that's normal if you don't know. So fast forward later in life, I'm having this chronic, I'm bent over, I'm still having these extreme periods. Well, I'm reading up on this, trying to figure it out myself because I started working with med mal lawyers in the past 2 years, and I've learned that if you are not your own advocate, like, you can fuck right off because nobody else is watching your back, right?
100%.
Like, nobody else. So I'm doing all this research, all these things, and TikTok, for all that it is, has been a great way. I've learned finance. I've learned very heavy technical things in an easy, digestible way. And so I'm getting all these ads to me once I start
Getting your medical advice from
and it's
TikTok.
like endometriosis. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, it turns out you can only diagnose it through surgery, right? So you kind of have to bet
to
on
open
yourself.
you up to do it. I remember I went through some similar stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So like you can't get that peace of mind or that answer without going through an elective surgery. So did all the research, put my ducks in a row, and bet on myself. I was like, I am adamant that this is what's happening. I am not going to continue to live like this. My husband and I had a miscarriage. And that was one of the things that, like, when the growth grows on your walls, you can't hold eggs. They can't latch. So all these things happen, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So booked the surgery, and as a business owner, it was a big risk for me to, like,
I remember when
go
you
into
had
an
it
elective.
done. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got to get it done. Did it, sure as shit, confirmed endometriosis, got it out, and immediately felt
So explain what
so much better.
endometriosis is.
So endometriosis is essentially a dead tissue that grows and festers on the inside lining of your wall
Are they
inside
like
of your
fibroids?
uterus. Yes. So like ulcers, fibroids, like just these balls of growth, like tissue that cover the wall so that nothing else can get on it, right? And so they have to go in, scrape it out.
Yeah.
Scrape it off all of the walls. Well, the thing with it is it grows back every 3 to 4 years. So if you get pregnant, it will stall the growth because your body, like if you get the surgery, you're cleaned out, your walls are clean, you get pregnant, you will be successful majority of the time based on the fact that it will hold and latch.
But you want to like get that shit done
you gotta
quick.
get it done, and then get your uterus taken out after. Well, that was the plan, and then some other health things happened, and then that plan was put on hold. So as of now, we are just riding the wave and trying to figure it out. I will say for the women out there, if you are listening to this, and this is something that you have struggled with, do your research, bet on yourself, talk to people. None of my doctors were recommending this. My gyno, my general, all the specialists. I went to pelvic floor PT. Like they're doing internal therapy. They can't tell for shit if I have it or not.
So when they went in and did like an ultrasound, like, right? Like, so I've got fibroids and I've had a DNC and I've done all of that. But so when you, and that's the scraping out, but when you go in and you do the ultrasound, right? Could they not see the fibroids?
They couldn't see the growth, and I've had some ulcers that have ruptured before and sent me into the hospital, but like that's different. Ulcers and fibroids are different.
Would an abdominal CT scan help? No,
nothing external
You
can
just
confirm.
have to go in.
So we had, my twins are IVF, and we were in fertility treatment for like 4 years. I mean, I joke with them every time they're like, we want cars when you're 16. I'm like, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
The other for the cost of very expensive sports cars.
You are your own cars.
But mine was undiagnosed. So for like 3 or 4 years, they're like, we don't know what it is. It could be endometriosis. It could be this. It could be that. We don't know unless we have surgery, or you can just try another treatment. And so then I was with my OB for a year. I treated with him. He had me on so much Clomid by the time I got to a fertility specialist. He was like, you cannot have sex because you will be the octomom on the off chance you get pregnant. Like you were taking like absurd amounts of medication. Stop. And so then I did.
I was on Clomid and I had a
I had
miscarriage,
16 like eggs that were about like follicles that were about to burst. Like if I'd gotten pregnant with 16 babies, like it's wild. He just kept upping my dosage because I wasn't getting pregnant.
Oh my God. Back to the med-mal thing. I'm telling you.
It's crazy. But so then by the time I got to a good specialist, like
Rebecca, you have 3 children. That is enough.
I didn't have any.
I know. I'm like, they're so precious. I cannot imagine you having 8. I mean, think of 8 Georges. Absolutely.
Look at I mean, I guess I could have been famous, but
no,
it's not worth it.
I'll take my twins.
I'll make you famous for something else.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, we can get an OnlyFans page if you want to be famous.
But I think, like, to your
that.
point, like going through like the fertility struggle is so hard, and I think now there are better people that you can talk to. I mean, I think it's getting a lot better.
Technology, the resources online, there is a lot more.
You still have to have
out there.
surgery for the endometriosis. Like it's crazy. Like, and they don't know. It's literally absent going in there.
And you can have endometriosis without actual growth, and the cells can be in the wall, so you don't actually see them. But all the other symptomatic things are still there. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm using it.
Yeah.
And so, that's been a thing. And right now I'm just like working on myself, my business, and if it happens type thing.
Well, you're killing it. I think, women though, they don't, I don't know, like the stats, I obviously can't pull them off the top of my head, but the amount of women, especially African-American women, I mean, when it comes to like mortality rates, whenever they go into the emergency room, unbelievable. But women in general, the fascinating way that all of these treatments are developed by male doctors and they just kind of fucking ignore them as hysteria.
I'm like,
where is outrageous.
Where is the Viagra for women?
Can you let me know when you find it? Because I would like that.
You said you were in a drought.
I am.
Yeah, you're on a drought.
No, I'm on a detox, bitches.
Okay,
a drought
right.
means like that is like
you're detoxing.
No, a drought is not a chosen decision. That just means it's not
You're
raining.
detoxing.
I am detoxing.
Maybe
That is
during
a
your
chosen
detox,
affirmative decision.
During detox, we'll get with a
You guys,
company
I mean,
and come
that
up
would
with
be
something
great
good.
too, because here's the other thing. All right, let's just be honest, and I'm going to just throw it all out there. If you're a female, which we are, I have to like the person that I'm having sex with, right? Like, or to have sex with a guy generally, unless I'm like
Emotionally?
hammered. Yeah, I mean, I've got to like you. Like, I'm not going to. Chances of me actually reaching climax with a guy I don't like or like on a one night stand is very slim. Right?
Okay.
You got to figure out each other's bodies and do all those things. You got to like the person. Like,
No.
I'm not going to bang some
You
guy
got
who
it
voted for
wrong.
Trump. I'm not going to do it. I just can't do it.
Well, I don't know about that, but you got the other part wrong. Andrew, close your ears.
No,
It's all about the mistake. The less I know, the better.
well, that's for you. That is not for me.
But I'm saying maybe we can do some more due diligence.
Or
on
you
that.
could just figure out some fucking female Viagra. That'd be cool too. And then I can just like, I don't know, bang random 20.
Put on our to-do list.
put a PAC committee together.
Anyway, I'm exhausted and I'm detoxing from the men. It is not a drought. It is a detox. I'm done.
That's gonna be the title of this fucking podcast.
But it is no.
Or
dear God,
Rachel
it's
has
not.
good vibrations.
Yeah, Rachel's good vibrations. But I will say, so when I had Adeline, I almost died in the hospital because my placenta attached to my uterus, which I think is called placenta abrevia. And so anytime your doctor, after Adeline came out, and they put on a glove up to her shoulder, and they go in and literally rip it out, and it feels like a 17th century farm birth. It also looks like a 17th century farm birth. And it is the most traumatic experience, especially if your, thing has, your epidural has a kink in it. Shit went really fucking south. But I'm just saying, women, what should have happened? I should have had a fucking C-section immediately. Somebody should have looked and been like, we're going to get you into a C-section, instead of being like, you know what? We're going to manually rip out half of your body from the inside out. Like, that sucked.
My med mal client lawyer just had her baby and preeclampsia, all kinds of blood
that's
pressure
what I had.
stuff,
Yep.
back in and out of the hospital. And I just was like terrified for her because knowing the stats in general, knowing she's a med mal lawyer,
awful.
her temperament, being in there, knowing the worst case scenario, back to like downloading the rec photos at
Yep.
15,
Yep.
the trauma. So yeah, not looking forward to that part. Let's be honest, I don't actually want to get pregnant. My husband knows that. I would hire a surrogate all day to like carry my baby around and do that for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hide that. Everyone
good
knows-
news.
Don't
knows
fucking
that.
say it, Rebecca. Rebecca used to
I'm
offer
gonna be
this
Tori's
from
surrogate.
somewhere.
Will
No,
you?
Yeah.
She's
Oh
not.
my
She's
God.
40 fucking 6. She's
I know.
not. No, you're done. We can bring in other people that are in their 30s now, Rebecca.
No, but no one's as amazing as her.
Have you met her? We are not losing her for a fucking year.
How many more years
to
till
not-
your daughter's old enough?
All right, now I'm going to have to really fucking stab you. No one's getting
Ryan's
pregnant
definitely
in
gonna
this
say no to
room.
that.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan has
will
more
or
things to
no?
worry about in this podcast than that comment. I'm just
He
gonna
will
say.
say yes to be driving him for the next 9 months while I'm pregnant.
No.
Okay, let's talk about that. No family.
Yeah,
No one you know.
No.
Yeah, I think a
Rebecca
stranger.
and Caroline right now. So it's so funny because, Caroline was like, well,
I had a conversation with Rebecca. I was,
About
or
this,
I mean,
about her-
with Rebecca, I was like, you don't want to carry that baby. That's really hard.
yeah, definitely
fucking
don't want her to
terrible.
carry. Caroline got to carry, but the whole convo about like, well, your brother looks just like you. Let's keep the DNA in the family. And they're like, absolutely not. We didn't work this hard to make this money to go not pay for a surrogate. Like, are you kidding me?
No.
Can you imagine Thanksgiving dinner? No.
No, absolutely
So
not.
even though we're not family in blood, I'm like, if that becomes the route, I'm gonna make sure that they're 3 times removed. But then here's the situation as well.
Yeah,
His
that was
freaking
fun,
lady tried to run off with his baby. So I don't know. It's all crazy.
I've had
can't-
several
it's
friends do it,
outrageous.
and they're once everything's situated, afterward it's fine. So
It's true.
it's fine. It's fine.
But I think it really comes down to like women. You've got to be your own advocates.
I do want to end on that as like my final punch of it, which is very, very near and dear to me right now with some of these other medical things. But it's like, write it all down. Take someone to your doctor's appointment with you. Recap what was said.
Keep a diary.
Keep it in the portal. I don't care if your fucking toe hurts, your toenail, write it down, because you never know 6 months from now, then it falls off and then you were like, well, this started, right? So like, I write it all down. Be your own advocate, fight for yourself, get 2, 3, 4 opinions if you have to. I know not everyone can afford that. If you're able to and your insurance covers it, get it, do your due diligence, read the Google reviews, look up the facilities, go look at the facility before you want to book somewhere. I mean, there's so
100%.
much going on
my
out
God.
there. People are doing surgeries in outpatient
No,
basements.
It's so dumb.
It's dumb.
It's awful.
So that's my piece on
So
that.
should I write down my face breakout as potentially being from my male detox, or do you think it's cougar puberty? Or do you think it's bronchitis?
I think it's COVID.
Fucking asshole.
Fuck all of them.
All right, we're
Cougar puberty.
ending on that note. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you so much to Rachel Fox with Noi Media Group.
Cheers.
You are
Love
fantastic. You are an absolutely
bronchitis.
whatever. Amazing fucking businesswoman and advocate and connector in Atlanta, and we are proud to call you friends. So thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Thank you.
Catch our podcasts wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all the things, and we will see you next time for Lawyers and Libations. Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.